Hey everybody, Will Fix here. I want you to look at this article. This is at the clearinghouse. CHIPS app network successfully migrates to ISO 20022 message format. And that's interesting, isn't it? Because we know some people that use that, don't we? So I'm not going to read this entire article, but I do want to hit some highlights. Let's just do the introduction here. New York, the CHIPS network, the largest private sector high-value clearing and settlement system in the world, which is operated by the clearinghouse, successfully migrated to ISO 20022 message format on April the 8th, banking day. So this just happened. The adoption of ISO 20022 message format by the CHIPS network enhances the efficiency of payments processing, allowing participants and end-user customers to glean value from enriched data content such as extended remittance information, enables users to query structured message formats for multiple purposes, including sanctions and compliance screening, and supports the dollar as a global reserve and settlement currency, which is pretty good news for the United States as far as that's concerned. Look at this. On Monday, April 8th, the CHIPS network concluded its first day of operations on ISO 20022 message format, releasing 555,345 payments for the value of $1.81 trillion. Look at that. This is one day. One day. Just imagine every day, you know. So if the average is 1.8 trillion, that's a ton of money. These figures exceed expectations for volume and value for one day, and parallel typical operating day on the CHIPS network, said Margaret Weichert, Chief Product Officer. The clearinghouse, they reflect confidence in the performance of CHIPS ISO 20022 platform and promise that the new message format will deliver meaningful benefits to participants and customers. So we can go on and we can read the rest of the article, but I wanted to get down here to the bottom where I found some interesting information. Let's see. 2 trillion each day. Look at this. HSBC Holdings. The parent company of HSBC is headquartered in London. HSBC serves customers worldwide from offices in 62 countries and territories with assets of US, $3 billion on December. HSB is one of the world's largest banking financial service organizations. HSBC and U.S. National Association serves customers through the wealth and personal banking, commercial banking, private banking, global banking, markets, and security services. Deposits products are offered by HSBC. Who else is partnered with HSBC? You remember? We know that Ripple is partnered with them. So Ripple's in the mix of this. I am telling you, mass adoption is upon us. It actually has begun, in my opinion. Visa, MasterCard, mass adoption for Ripple, XRP, for Ripple, has begun. And many of these cases, and most of the cases, XRP is going to be used. But you got Visa, MasterCard, American Express, these banks, this particular CHIPS network has many banks involved. it's only mentioned this biggest bank, which is already involved with Ripple, and it's very significant news to pick this up, to see that this is going on. This is mass adoption. This is the beginnings of absolute mass adoption. Probably the best, and if you knew your stock, if you want to call it a stock, if you knew that your stock was involved with a company that was getting ready to explode like Ripple is, you'd be super excited. Well, here we are, you know, for lack of a better term, we own the tokens, which is like a stock in Ripple. And then of course you can, I don't know what the stock implications have, but I know what the tokens, you know, with XRP are going to be. It's going to be massive. But isn't that interesting? There are some other things to point out. By the way, if we didn't, I don't remember if we went over what CHIPS is. Right here you can see it's the Clearinghouse Interbank Payment System. We talk a lot about BIS and the IMF, but we don't talk a lot about this. And it's a big tool that's going to be used. If you look down here, we also find that CHIPS payments settle much earlier in the day than payments made on the FedWire fund service. FedWire operated by the federal banks and other efficiency enhancing characteristics of CHIPS. So it looks like it'll be a preferred settling house for settlement, and just needed to throw that in there real quick. Here's an interesting map of when things are going to take place for these different systems. Look here, the SWIFT system talks about it was delayed Q1 of 2023. So you got MT and ISO, it's coexisting. But look, Q3 of 2025, then we're going to have mass adoption. It looks like for the Bank of England, it was delayed to February of 2023. So right now it's fully implemented, and it's ISO only for the Bank of England. Payments Canada is already fully implemented for ISO. The clearinghouse CHIPS is a Q2 of 2024 fully implemented, and then you got FRB of New York being fully implemented in the Q1 of 2025. So it looks like the beginning of mass adoption, which is one of the things I wanted to cover, has started as far as ISO compliance. And as we already know, many banks, payment systems are, you know, American Express and Visa and MasterCard are already partnering with Ripple, and they are ISO compliant. So these things, as you can see, the beginning of mass adoption is really taking place. Here's another quick article to look at, and then I'll close up today's video. Ripple's strategy, leveraging CBDCs for mass adoption in trillion-dollar market. Here's what we got. Ripple's CBDC platform offers the best chance for the network to gain mass recognition and conquer the trillion-dollar market. Ripple commands a lead in the market and is already working with over 20 countries that are in different stages of their CBDC development. Look at this. Ripple Labs has developed a central bank digital currency platform. The platform can be leveraged by world governments and financial institutions to create, develop, and distribute digital assets. With this platform, Ripple has established itself as a leading contender to dominate what is potentially a trillion-dollar market. At least 130 countries have revealed that they are looking into CBDCs and are in different stages of development. Of the total, Ripple is working with at least 20 countries. The most notable countries include Colombia, Bhutan, Palau, and Montenegro. If the digital assets of these countries are issued on the Ripple platform, this would see it welcome millions of users and trillions of dollars in value. Using the Ripple platform, let me highlight this. So sorry about that. It's wanting to highlight it all for some reason. Anyway, using the Ripple platform offers some key advantages, but challenges persist nevertheless. Pros for Ripple CBDC platform. Efficient and scalable. The technology behind Ripple's platform can handle a large number of users with fast, sustainable, and affordable transactions. This makes it suitable for mass adoption. Trusted partner. Ripple's Labs is a well-established name in the cryptocurrency world. Governments might be more comfortable choosing a reputable company over less known players. Financial inclusion. Ripple's CBDC aims to be user-friendly and accessible, similar to traditional payment methods. This could promote financial inclusion for unbanked populations. Challenges for Ripple CBDC adoption. Adoption hurdles. Despite these potential benefits, there are significant obstacles to widespread CBDC use. Security and privacy concerns. CBDCs are inherently different from traditional cryptocurrencies. They grant central authorities more control over user funds, raising security and privacy issues. Another key concern raised by experts is the potential for CBDCs to be central and under the control of authorities. CBDCs can easily be controlled, denying users any financial freedom or privacy. Unlike traditional cryptocurrencies, which are decentralized in nature, CBDC offers issuers too much authority. These CBDCs will be maintained by the countries. That's why they're going to be issued probably on a private ledger, meaning it's not just open source for people to look into what the transactions are, and that's the way it is anyway when a country wants to do. So that's not an attribute that XRP or Ripple is going to do. That is an attribute that the countries are requesting for CBDC currencies, which, you know, is an obvious request and an obvious thing that they would want. In addition to CBDC proposals suggested that CBDCs will be programmed with an expiry date. Well, that's up to the country. Forcing users to spend their holdings on a specific time. For issuers, this is designed to stimulate economies, but in the nature infringes upon users' freedom. For these reasons, experts have advocated for Bitcoin, calling on governments to adopt the digital asset and legal tender similar to El Salvador. This of course is a bad idea, and it's not Ripple Network or XRP that would do such a thing on any kind of a mass adoption. This isn't their control, so this article has a little bit of a misleading in it. With governments fully committed to issuing CBDCs, Ripple Labs offers the best infrastructure to build these unique tokens. However, the ongoing SEC and Ripple cases continue to cast doubt over the future of the ecosystem, and that is soon to be over. And I wanted you to see, this is a fresh, brand new article. Look at that. This is April 14th, 2024. And that's what we have for you today. Look, if you like this content, please like and subscribe. We'll go over some more stuff tomorrow. See you then.